Once upon a time, there was the owner of a big field of flowers and plants, okay? He was very rich, and he had a main assistant whose name was Matthew. Now, Matthew was a good guy, but not very smart. Now, the boss went on vacation and left Matthew in charge of all the trees in the garden. And Matthew had the job to water all the plants and take care of all the plants in the garden. But Matthew found out that Emily was having a party at Golden Gate Park. There was a big party and they were going to have a lot of fun. And Matthew was like, hey, I want to go too. I want to go to the party. Oh man, but I have to do my job. What should I do? It just so happened that at Matthew's garden where he had to take care of all the plants, there was a bunch of monkeys led by the leader monkey named Abby. So Matthew and Abby were friends because Matthew would give food to Abby, and Abby and all her friends would kind of hang out in the trees, eat some food, and kind of have fun. So Matthew thought with his brain, which was not working 100%. So Matthew was thinking, how do I go to Emily's party but not get in trouble for not doing the work? And he thought, you know what? Abby owes me a favor because I always give her bananas. So Abby owes me a favor. What if I had Abby and her homies water the plants? And then so Matthew said, Abby. So Matthew grabbed a banana and said, Abby, Abby. And Abby came down for the banana and said, yes, Matthew, what would you like, sir? And Abby said, I'll give you a banana if you promise to water the plants for me. And Abby said, easy job, say less, easy. And Matthew's like, okay. So Matthew gives Abby and her friends, these 5 nice girls in front, give them all bananas. And Matthew goes to the party with Emily and her friends. Now, Abby is a monkey, but she's the king monkey, but she's still a monkey. So Abby says, you know what, guys? It's going to take too long to water the plants all one by one. You know what we should do? Let's pick up the plants out of the roots. It's only, then we pour a little bit of water. If it's a lot of roots, then we pour a lot of water, and then we put it back. Okay, we pour just enough water for every plant. Put your hand down, not yet. We pour just enough water for every plant, and we will save water, and when Matthew comes back, he's going to compliment us for being so smart. And all of Abby's monkey friends, Monkey Wanda, Monkey Soradya, and Monkey Aaron especially, they all said, Abby, King Abby, you're a genius. That's so smart. It's going to save so much time, and it's going to be so helpful. And so all of them helped. All of them went to the forest, grabbed all the trees, pulled them out of the ground, looked at the roots, poured water in the amount of the roots, and then put them back. And then Matthew came back. And Matthew says, Abby, did you do your job? And Abby's like, yes, I did. You owe me another banana. And so Matthew, not working 100% up here, gave Abby and her friends, the homies, another banana. And everyone was happy. Until 2 days later, the owner, the farmer, came home. And he's like, why are all my plants dead? I told Matthew to water the plants. He says, Matthew, get over here. And Matthew crawls in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he's like, how? What did you do? I said to water the plants. And Matthew's like, but I told Abby to do it. And they called Abby. Abby, did you water the plants? Yes, I did. Oh. But why are they all dead? And Abby's like, I don't know. I did it right. She said, how did you do it? And then Abby told the story. And then the farmer did one big motion. Face palm.
Good job.
In Thai, he said the words, oh, cheewit, which means, oh, my life. And so, the farmer was sad, Matthew got fired, and Abby had no more bananas. So my question to you guys is, who was wrong?
Matthew. No, me for throwing a party.
Think about this. Who was wrong? Show me how. Are you smarter than Matthew, the water guy? Are you smarter than Abby, the monkey king? Who was wrong in this story? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Don't just say it out loud. Raise your hand.
Matthew.
Why?
Because it was his job. Like, I guess the owner was like, hey, water the plants, but instead of doing it himself, which would have probably like 100% of the job, he like gave the task to someone else and like relied on them to do it.
Okay, so Matthew ผิดที่ Matthew ให้คนอื่นทำงานแทน right?
But didn't Matthew water the plants and then go to the party?
There's a lot of plants.
Yeah.
It took all your monkey friends like hours to finish.
Then he watered the plants the next day?
Probably not. You have to water them every day.
And then after the party?
I don't know. Maybe it's dark.
Then maybe
But no. Instead of asking questions about the story, answer my question. Who was wrong?
Matthew.
Why?
Because he trusted a monkey to do his work.
But it was a monkey king named Abby.
And that monkey king was smart but didn't know how to plant.
I see. So Matthew is wrong for trusting the wrong person, right? Who else? Raise your hand. Who else was wrong? Wanda, who do you think is wrong in the story?
Matthew?
Why is Matthew? Everyone doesn't like Matthew.
What?
ทำไม Matthew ผิดตรงไหน
He chose a monkey that was smart but didn't know how to plant.
ใช่เลือกลิงแต่ลิงเขารดน้ำเป็นที่ไหนเนาะ Monkeys don't know how to water plants. Who was wrong, Emily? The farmer. Why is the farmer wrong?
Because he decided to leave watering his plants to someone else instead of sprinklers.
Ayya. Who else thinks that the farmer? Who thinks the farmer was wrong? Raise your hand. Why was the farmer wrong?
Because he trusted Matthew or someone else to do it.
He hired Matthew, who's not complete in here, 7 out of 10 up here, right? But if you hire a not smart person, can you expect not smart things to happen?
Yeah.
So then the owner is the one who's wrong too. Who thinks the owner's wrong? Raise your hand. Who thinks Matthew was wrong? Raise your hand. Who thinks Abby, the monkey king, was wrong? Raise your hand. Now, why was Abby wrong?
Ripped out the plants.
Ku Ting, why was Abby wrong? Abby, the monkey king.
Because Abby อยากได้ banana แต่ว่า doesn't know how to work. That's tricky.
So Abby was tricky. She asked for the banana even though she didn't know how to water the plants, right? Do you think that Abby maybe had good intentions to help? No? But you have to know your limitations. If you don't know how to do something, don't promise. Do you guys understand? Don't promise to do it. Don't act like you know if you don't. If you've never watered plants before and you're just a monkey, don't act like you know because it could cause a lot of problems. Now, so we said the owner is wrong, Matthew is wrong, Abby, the monkey king, is wrong. What about Abby's monkey homies? Are the monkey homies wrong too?
Yeah.
Why?
For trusting the monkey.
For following the other monkeys. No one thought for themselves, is this a smart idea? We are humans. Do you know that it's not smart to pull up the plants, water it, and put it back? Yes, but the monkeys don't know that. And so you trust a bad leader, then you're going to get in trouble. So let's conclude. Number 1, the owner was wrong for what? Hiring and trusting Matthew. Matthew was wrong for what? Wanting to skip his job, being lazy, and then hiring a monkey king. Abby was wrong for what?
For doing something without knowing.
For not knowing how to do it, but still acting like she knew how to do it. The monkey homies were wrong for what? Trusting a leader who is not a good leader. Yes.
Emily was wrong because she invited Matthew.
She didn't invite Matthew. She just had her own party. And Matthew wanted to go.
Just like a party.
Okay? So, now the lesson. You have to learn all 4 lessons, okay? Satu.